elevated mindset. Say, have you subscribed yet? Gravitated conversation that'll make your mind jet. Elevated mindset. Say, have you subscribed yet? Gravitated conversation.
What's up, y'all? It's gonna be the Throw It All One, man. Right now with Elevated Mindset Podcast. You gotta elevate your mind.
Hey, yo. It's Grandma. Who's ready to elevate? Who's ready to set it straight? Who's ready to talk about topics up for debate? See, you can't rehearse this. We ain't talking purses. We're talking about breaking those generational curses. For us ladies, it's urgent. Babies running to surgeons, wanting fixed in a hurry. In the fog, they're blurry. Men keeping us worried. Tables are topsy-turvy. Wanting ladies to save them and ladies emasculating.
They had the persona of influencer, what have you. He's married to this girl named Brianna, and she's known as Mrs. LaTruth. Him and his wife, they had an altercation in their home, and she started filming it because it had got to the point where he was arguing with her dad, and her finger got broke. He hit her in the head, allegedly hit her in the head with a tote, put her like under one of them totes, like a casket.
Now that I did see her I think it was Instagram or TikTok video. Mm-hmm. I did see that where she was describing an incident that allegedly happened between the two of them after they had some words.
Right.
Because they had just moved and she didn't feel like unpacking, and he started basically berating her, calling her lazy and
exactly. Right. And so if you look at just that little small dialogue that you saw, and then you reel it back, let's just say a year and a half, 2 years earlier, you never saw that type of interaction with him. You just always see him looking at her in an admirable way. Like he just admired her. He looked at her like she was just everything to him. So when you look at him now, he's looking at her like, bitch, who are you? Like the way he deals with her. So yeah, it's I'm telling you, that's why I think I just took really more of a personal interest to it, because one thing I don't want to really necessarily do is just put my mouth on somebody, especially somebody that's married. But
go and buy a new car, baby. Mama, your ass look delicious. You moving so ridiculous, booty bouncing like a stripper, yeah. If you can dance, baby, I got you.
For me was, just the fact that that you would even dialogue or don't not have enough girth in you to realize, okay, this is my wife's father. So whatever we had going on, I'm gonna go ahead and nip this in the bud now. It ain't got nothing to do with disrespect. It's about my relationship with God. So that's who you say that you love. It's about my relationship with God. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step back. But I also know that's a maturity level too. Everybody ain't there. And then the fact that the way she described, you putting her in this tote, and the first thing that came to my mind, honestly, was a casket. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, because like you put her under a tote to restrain her is what he said. Like you put her, and I'm gonna find the clip so that it can be edited in. That's what you said. Like you basically said you tried to, you was trying to stop, man, chill out. Those are like your words. So they separated, and then she went back. It was almost like she was forced to go back. Everybody was in agreement, on TikTok and all these other social medias, that this girl is basically mentally abused or controlled. So that's a fine line in that she says that she's basically controlled. Like whatever it is that she got going on, this is too much, or this is too little, or do that, or do this. You can even tell when she called him back after the breakup, he brought her back over there for her to apologize to him. I thought that was sick. Mm-hmm. That you brought her back on, you brought her to the home that you guys shared together, and you wanted her to be humiliated online in front of all these women who have gone through domestic abuse situations. Like he don't even realize the amount of triggering that he did with some women that had worked through things in their life that followed him. And then all of a sudden now you're watching somebody be abused.
LaTruth allegedly hits wife.
Abuse is real, y'all see. This is so sad.
Yes, you did. Yes, the fuck you did. Yes, the fuck you did. Yes, the fuck you did.
Like you got to get it together. Like Serious Unity really looks to, we need to see that. And yeah, you might not want that responsibility, but you took that responsibility on years ago when you said you was gonna be a public figure. Now, granted, she's very soft-spoken and very ladylike.
Well,
not
gonna say she's not none of those things, but I took a look at a few of the videos.
Mm-hmm.
And the same as all of us who can carry ourselves proper and prim, there's other people that lives in there. And clearly she has some, especially when people raise them out of you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because I've seen a couple of belligerent sides of her.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what I was going to say in regards to it. A lot of times with a lot of the influencers, they'll record a lot of what they want you to see, because that's how they get the following. For a lot of us, we want it to just be 100% organic, and a lot of times some people's are. Because I watch a few of them, and you look at some like, oh, this is really good, and then some people really literally get together and put their skits and things together, to deliver it to the world, because you want it polished, you want it to be exactly how you need it, right?
Right.
And I'm only saying that to say, you bet your bottom dollar, I'm sure that there are a whole lot of other incidents that they have within their life that are not always those pleasant ones. Right. You understand what I'm saying? But they're going to put the ones, and the reason I say that is when I was listening to the sister and then, the other people outside of just her and him, I just wanted to get an overlook on it, because even when you said he put the tote on and he was saying why he put the tote on, he was saying chill, chill, chill. So there's a reason that he's saying chill, chill, chill. Now, I'm not making a right or wrong. I'm just trying to analyze it. If I was a neutral person and I'm looking at the situation and I had to be a judge of what really happened here, and I have no idea. So I'm looking at it and I'm saying, for me, it seemed like their relationship can get tumultuous at times. And it might be the cause of both of them.
Right.
Now, because sometimes when people suppress and take a lot, then they explode and become a bomb.
Right.
Which is also as dangerous as somebody who just always at somebody and, just grilling at them, because, you keep on barking and biting at a little dog, they eventually going to bark and bite back.
Right.
That's just how it goes. So I was looking at that, and when his sister was saying different things, like there's been instances where, she's hitting him and they had to call and all this kind of stuff. So I was like, okay, so it seems to be that when she get in a tantrum that she might be a little physical because she's a female. Now, I don't know. Again, this is alleged.
Right.
And like he takes that from her because of the fact that she's a female, but this is what she does. So I was looking at that. I said, sometimes people counteract, even though he feel like he probably doesn't. That's your actual way of counteracting what she does. Right. So y'all still have a toxic relationship. Right. You get what I'm saying? It's almost like you don't want to physically abuse, but you verbally abuse. And then at some point, whatever point that got to, y'all just went too far. And the reason why I said it's something that exists there is because if he's talking to dad in this manner and dad is present with this going on, something is clearly wrong. For one thing, I'm not sure what kind of dad she has. We all have different ones. I just know what kind of dad I grew up with. That would never have happened in my house.
Ever.
I'm just being 100% clear. That wouldn't have never happened in my household. Not even him speaking to my daddy in no way, shape, form, or fashion. It wouldn't happen in my house. So, that within itself, to me, presented a problem. Something there is wrong. And if he feel that comfortable to speak to him that way, he's been doing it. And if that has happened and occurred in that way, this craziness it's been going on. This is nothing new. It's just that somebody, as in her, took the time to record an incident and shine light on him in the moment when she wanted the world to see it. But that happens in that house. And this is just my personal opinion, people. But that something already has been happening in that household. So that's why it's hard.
When people trying to fix what people perceive them as, they're gonna say anything. So.
The end of my story. All of those who wanted to know was their life after.
I gotta take a whole class on how to deal with this and certain stuff I want to say so bad, but I can't like really get into details. I cannot really talk to y'all about shit. Like I cannot really go into details. Just know I can't even do it. Can't even do it. It's so funny. Cause it's so funny how y'all let people manipulate y'all. I've been there, done it a long time, been manipulated. And everything somebody's doing, y'all are falling for it. Like, and y'all talk about me. Don't fall for anything. Or you'll fall everything. Fall for anything. But anyways, y'all believe what y'all want to believe. When it's my time to talk, I will. But right now, cease and desist are being served, and I just don't feel like talking about nothing else. Because what's the point of me cease and desisting people and then I'm still talking? Like, I don't care. Believe what y'all want to believe. I don't care no more. You too. Then why are you on here? Because I'm on here. Why are you on here? Why are you on TikTok?
For me, I was going down the same line that you went on. I only really saw her portion of it where she, was talking about how he called her lazy because she didn't feel like unpacking and all this stuff, and they had just moved into a new house. But for me, this is not new. This is something that has been happening with them. And like you said, it's just that time where she decided that she was heated enough to put him on blast. Mm-hmm. And so we only know her side of the story. Not that it makes it okay for what he did, but right. It's not the first time. For me, disrespect is disrespect. No matter what shape, form, or fashion it comes in, whether you're disrespecting your wife, you're disrespecting your husband, you're disrespecting your dad, or her dad or whatever. Between the two of them, there's some issues that need to be ironed out. And for me, just from my perspective, what I saw, and just from her side, not taking her side, not taking his, but in my opinion, there were issues when they were dating before they got married, because I saw like just a little snippet of a video where it said they were married in 5 months, where it was a prank and he pretended like he was breaking up with her. He didn't want to be her boyfriend, but he proposed. People propose in different ways, but for me, that's a little bit
way out of the box, huh?
Yeah, it's like you saying you're breaking up with me, you don't want to be my boyfriend no more, but then
he probably thought it was
a ring. Yeah, but for me, something about that just, I don't know. It just seems like that started down a path of, this is where our relationship is going to go. And at some point it's going to go off the rails because we're not going to see eye to eye on certain things. Now, you're calling her lazy. And to your point, Flaw, when you said that, he's verbally abusive or mentally or emotionally abusive, he thinks that's better than being physically abusive. Well, it's all the same thing. Abuse is abuse. So right. Even us as women, our biggest weapon is our mouth.
Absolutely.
And so I'm sure that as a woman, no matter how prim and proper and ladylike and tamed we may be on our exterior, there's this beast that lives on the inside of us that if you poke the bear enough,
yes, exterior.
Who's Who's ready to elevate? Who's ready to set it straight? Who's ready to talk about topics up for debate? See, you can't rehearse this. We ain't talking purses. We're talking about breaking those generational curses. For us ladies, it's urgent. Babies running to surgeons, wanting fixed in a hurry. In the fog, they're blurry. Men keeping us worried. Tables are topsy-turvy. Wanting ladies to save them and ladies emasculating. Who's ready to elevate? Who's ready to set it straight? Who's ready to talk about